Breaking news, the undisputed champion Devin Haney gave his reaction to Teofimo Lopez knocking out Kampa, where he posted a shit emoji. Clearly, Devin Haney was not impressed by Teofimo Lopez's comeback, where he rated his performance as trash. Now, this was a confident booster type of a fight, since Teo is coming off a devastating loss to Kambosos, who pretty much snatched his soul and ripped his heart out in every type of way, shape, or form. I mean, the fact that Teofimo Lopez turned down a Kambosos rematch tells you everything you need to know. Usually fighters, when they lose, they will do everything they can to get a rematch in order to avenge their loss. So clearly, despite what Teofimo Lopez will say to the public, deep inside, Teofimo Lopez believes Kambosos has his number, which again is the reason why Teofimo Lopez fought Kampa last night, someone who got knocked out by a fighter who was 11-4. Remember, Teofimo Lopez had way better options on the table than Kampa. He could have fought Barboza, Ramirez, Zepeda, Rigas, and the list goes on and on and on. In fact, Teo chose Kampa and turned down better fights that were on the table against Barboza, Zepeda, and Ramirez. So instead of fighting any of these guys, fights that would have given Teofimo Lopez credit if he would have had won, Teo picked Kampa, a fight no one cared about, which tells you everything you need to know. Despite all of the excuses Teofimo Lopez made and that he believed he beat Kambosos, the fact that he fought Kampa instead of Barboza or any of them other guys tells us this was a confident booster type of a fight, since Teo is not all the way there yet. Because if he was, he would have had fought Barboza. He would have had actually fought someone that was good. Leading up to the Kampa fight, Teo predicted that he's going to get him out in 4. He said the fight is not going to go past 4. Put your money on it. Because Teo knew Kampa had nothing to offer. Now, the fight did go past 4 rounds, despite Teo fighting a punching bag. And I can honestly say, the version of Kambosos that fought Devin Haney will beat Teofimo Lopez at 140. Without a doubt. I mean, you guys have to realize Kampa had no defense, no head movement, no footwork. He's flat-footed. So if you may ask, how the heck does he get out of punches? How does he avoid punches? Well, he don't. In fact, it's the contrary. He runs into punches. He utilizes blocking punches with his face technique. To make matters worse, Kampa had no skills either. So the version I saw last night of Teofimo Lopez that beat Kampa will lose to Kambosos yet again at 140. Therefore, you guys can go ahead and get rid of the weight excuses. Don't forget, right before Teo lost to Kambosos, he beat Lomachenko. We're not talking about 5 fights ago. We're not talking about years ago. We're talking about right before he lost to Kambosos, Teofimo Lopez beat Lomachenko at 135. Nevertheless, the version I saw last night of Teofimo Lopez against Kampa will lose to Kambosos yet again at 140. He was getting hit with the same punch that Kambosos was hitting him with all night and even dropped him with, which is the overhand right. So if Kampa could hit you with that punch, you best believe Kambosos is going to be able to replicate that. And that's why Teofimo Lopez is still talking about fighting Devin Haney 5 years from now, despite the fact that he already lost to Kambosos, who Devin Haney beat to become the first undisputed champion at 135. However, let Teofimo Lopez tell it. He's undefeated, just like he's undisputed, and a 5-time world champion. Talk about being delusional. And he's right. Teo is right for once. His undisputed title is as real as his undefeated record right now. Only he believes that, and I don't even think he truly believes that deep inside, which ultimately is the real reason why Teofimo Lopez will never fight Devin Haney anytime soon, because he knows he will never beat Devin Haney. If Kambosos' footwork, hand speed, skills, and IQ gave Teo all of the problems in the world where he got demolished, you can just imagine what Devin Haney would do. Furthermore, what was unbelievable last night is Teofimo Lopez post-fight interview. I mean, he acted like he just knocked out Mike Tyson. Like, what are we doing here? Beating a gatekeeper? Beating a fighter who's supposed to be a tuna fight, a confident booster, is prompting Teo to brag and boast like he knocked out Devin Haney and Shakur in the same damn night. I need some of that hookah that Teofimo Lopez is smoking on. Respectfully. Last but not least, ESPN came out with the Sore Loser documentary, where they pretty much made up excuses for Lomachenko to why he lost to Teo. And now they did the same thing to Teofimo Lopez. They made up so many excuses. And I use the word made up for a reason. They made up shit, excuse my French, to why Teo lost to Kambosos. At this point, I'm trying to figure out who's next. And I could guarantee you, if that was Devin Haney who lost, they will never make up excuses for him or any fighter on the coincidental list, since they don't have the complexion for the connection to get the ultimate protection. With the facts being laid out, drop your thoughts in the comment section below, subscribe below, and click on the notification bell to be continued on the next episode of Akhi, TV. Peace. And I'm on to the next one.
I don't know. We tried our hardest. I seen a tweet that he posted earlier saying that like no one at 140 wanted to fight one of the top guys, and I respond to him, man, stretch your line ass. So man, he's lying, so but it's all right, hopefully the next fight, if see how he does.
So your father seems to think it was too much risk for him to take that fight. Do you feel the same way, or did you, I don't know, have some hope that he would have probably taken it?
I had some hope,